you know, this show is a very running back friendly show. I cape for running backs. They are, without question, the most disrespected, overlooked group of NFL players on a roster, league-wide, hands down. Without a doubt. Don't pay them. Always draft them. Don't pay them. Don't pay them, certainly when they hit the age of 30.
No.
Don't pay them a lot of money. And by a lot of money, we're talking about less money than top wide receivers make, way less money than top edge rushers make, way less money than quarterbacks make. But when it comes down to winning a playoff game, when the chips are down, you win, you move on, you lose, you go home. Your season is over. And you need to protect the lead, or you need to make sure the opposing offense doesn't get on the field enough as you're trying to stay in a game. Who do you turn to but a running back? And if the running back's not on the field, oh my God! And you don't convert on a fourth down, you don't know what you're talking. Like at least the top running back could be a decoy of note. Yeah, on and on and on and on and on. Last year, the free agency period saw three big names move. Josh Jacobs from Las Vegas to Green Bay. Derrick Henry from Tennessee to Baltimore. And Saquon Barkley, most famously from the Giants down the turnpike to Philadelphia. And I said at the time, this is a big moment for the position. Giants were like, we're not paying him. Well, we're just kind of done here in terms of also, we're not going to win significantly enough in our estimation to be paying a running back that much money, even though, again, the amount of money that Saquon wanted, certainly in the time when he was asking for it, half of what CeeDee Lamb would be making in a season. Half of what DK Metcalf is making in a season. Half. Way less than half than what Myles Garrett is making. Just throwing these names out there. Anyway, long story short, I said these guys in the upcoming season, not just for their own names, but for their namesake colleagues at the running back position. Big season for them. Josh Jacobs. Raiders didn't want to pay him. Packers are like, we'll pay him. 4-year, $48 million contract. Sixth in the league in rushing. 1,329 rushing yards, 15 touchdowns. Here we go. Now, I understand Jahmyr Gibbs is in front of him on the list, and he's one of those guys that you draft in the draft. I got it. Understood. Right above him is Jonathan Taylor on that list. Jonathan Taylor, as we know famously, trying to get his money, sat on the bus of the man who signs the checks, and instead of getting the amount of money he wanted from the owner, he got a line about, hey, kid, we're all going to be dead one day anyway, and the league will be gone, and the league will be gone, but the league will move on. And that's not what you want to hear when you want to get paid. And the person who can pay you says, it doesn't matter, does it? What is life anyway? We don't want to go existential, sir. We want to go financial. Jonathan Taylor got paid anyway, fourth on the league in rushing. Now, I know the guy above him is Bijan Robinson, who, as we know, was drafted.
Still on a rookie deal.
Correct. But the top two on the list. Number one, as we know, with a 2,000-yard season, Saquon not only gets a 2,000-yard season, but just dominates in every way, shape, or form. Game-breaking, home run hitting, field flipping. I sound like Bruce introducing the E Street Band, right? Everything you want. Everything you want in a face of a franchise at this position, he provided it above and beyond. And the Eagles, to their credit, said, guess what, Saquon? we're going to give you a 2-year, $41.2 million extension. $36 million guaranteed. Again, that's only guaranteed dollars for the life of the contract. What? $0.5 million more, $500,000 more than Justin Jefferson in a season, right? Something like that. Again, we're just trying to give a perspective here. And Saquon, all you got to do is turn and give him the football. Justin Jefferson, you've got to throw the football to, and he's open. But you get what I'm saying. But now the mother load. My guy, the diminisher. That's how I refer to him because I try to nickname players. Don't care how embarrassed I make you guys while trying to make the nickname stick.
Oh, it's not us that's embarrassed.
Oh, no, you're embarrassed because I am beyond being embarrassed. I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care.
He really doesn't.
That's what happens when you're trying to brand names and brand products. You got to put yourself out there.
I don't care.
I take my cue from Larry.
I'm saying I don't feel any embarrassment.
By the way, that's Larry King imitating Jay Cutler.
Our first year on the air, I think.
Yeah, that's an old drop.
Yeah, old drop.
Anyway, speaking of old, Derrick Henry hitting the magical 30-year mark. And last year, what did he do for the Baltimore Ravens? He damn near came up with a 2,000-yard season himself, second of his career. And this face that he delivers when he's running down at you,
terrifying.
It's nightmare fuel. It's nightmare fuel. 1,921 rush yards, 16 touchdowns. And I said he not only can help make a mark for himself and running backs as a whole, but the mother load, the 30-year-old running back. That's just the number. And he's got more numbers now because the Baltimore Ravens are like, what's that number? Who cares? We are going to give him a 2-year contract extension averaging $15 million per, the most ever for a running back over 30 years old. Way to go, OG. The diminisher just absolutely killing it, betting on himself, saying, I'm going to go to Baltimore. And you knew it. We all knew it, even though we were there on opening night in Kansas City. Yeah. And he disappeared in the second half.
He wasn't on the field, yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
Oh, it took a couple of weeks for them to figure out how he's going to play in this offense with a pistol formation or a formation with the shotgun, or you're going to put Ricard in front of him and start bashing people. And they figured it out. Man, took a couple weeks.
1,900 yards.
Dude.
Jeez. Led the league in touchdowns.
Now he's getting paid, man. Good for you, Derrick Henry. And good for you to show the way it is done. I know it's a rarity. I know he's, chiseled from Adonis. And he has been since, jump. Just do yourselves a favor if you're bored. Google Derrick Henry high school highlights.
They're fun.
Well, he looked like Andy Reid in the punt passing kick.
Well, he's as big as he is now,
right?
Pretty much, and he looks like he's playing against 5-year-olds,
right?
6-year-olds.
Kramer in the dojo, right?
Yeah,
from Seinfeld. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Running backs, let's pay them. Let's pay them. It rewards teams that pay them. Find the right one, make them your heartbeat of your system, and run them like the wind. Love it.
So let's say Derrick Henry. This is a 2-year deal, right? He's got 2 years. So let's say he plays out this 2 years. Let's say he gets.
He's 32.
2,000 total yards in the next 2 seasons, right? He's currently 19th all time. 11,423 yards.
Are you going there? Is he going to threaten Emmett? Is that
no,
what you're saying?
No. I'm saying he's going to pass. Here are the names in front of him.
On the all-time rushing yard list.
Steven Jackson, Fred Taylor, Thurman Thomas. Steven Jackson, Fred Taylor not in the Hall of Fame. Thurman Thomas, Franco, Marcus Allen, Edge, Marshall, Jim Brown, Tony Dorsett, Eric Dickerson. That's 9th.
So let's say he does get 2,000 yards before he's 32. Where would that put him on the all-time list?
So he would pass Eric Dickerson. He'd be just behind the bus for 8th all-time.
Guys, but what have I been telling you for years? And you were pushing back. I will always admit when I'm wrong, But
at the time we were having this conversation,
know,
I don't think he was there yet.
I know that, but
now I think he is. Yeah, he's in.
He's in the Hall. He's
in.
a Hall of Famer right now.
He's in.
But again, I do like to be right, but that is not why I show up in this chair every day. All right? That's the truth. I, of course, love to be right. I am also, willingly saying, the bubble heat should not have broken up their team for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I said these things, and some of my takes are very freezing cold. But I never mind winding up on the freezing cold take spot because I don't live for that sort of stuff. I do want to say this. I said years ago, when he was, 27, doing his thing in Tennessee, I'm like, this guy's a Hall of Famer. I know you said not yet, but now you're in, right? Now you're in.
Well, I mean, he had a 1,900-yard season at age 30.
Turning 30.
He led the league in touchdowns.
Yeah,
Again,
correct.
2,000 more yards in the next 2 years.
And
he's top 10 all time.
Now, where would you put one as, I have no question about it, 10 full doubt on the doubt meter? Where do you sit? Give me a number. I need a number from both of you guys. You can throw it in there too, Mikey, if you want. A number on the doubt meter that the Ravens just made a mistake giving him this money at age 30.
Ooh.
That they're not going to get their money's worth. He's going to be like they're banking on a wrong guy because he's north of 30. I will put this number on the doubt meter at 2. I have no doubts. No doubts. He's going to look just like the guy last year.
I don't know.
They might not run him as much.
He's not going to look like the guy last year. He's not going to look like the guy next year.
No. He might not get as many opportunities because they might pull back a little bit.
That would be wise.
All right.
They
might do that.
He had 325 carries last year. I mean, you got to keep him around that 200 number.
When he runs it, he will look the same. And I bet you this year they're going to just run it the same damn way.
Yeah, I don't want to see him slow down. He's obviously always been a big guy.
So what's your number on the doubt meter?
4.
Come on.
None.
You're going like Price is Right. You're just going to go 0.
Doubt?
Best you can.
Yeah.
Doubts, right?
Oh, the man rushed for 19.
I even put it at 2.
Look at it this way. He rushed for 1,900 last year. So even if he has a fall-off year and he rushes for, 1,200 yards?
Right.
Exactly.
1,900 last year. Does he get 1,900 for the rest of his career?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because that was the second highest total he's ever had in his entire life.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Ravens do know how to use him now. And there won't be like September moments of figuring it out.
But it might
like
be
they
Rich.
did last year.
They
Like from
might
jump,
keep
they know
him
what they're going
fresh
to do.
in September. They might be like,
Maybe.
you know
I don't
what?
know.
Let's not.
He's got
give
the
you
right
this
coach to
workload.
figure it out.
Yeah.
The right system, the right quarterback. Good Lord. Well done. Way to go, Ravens. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.